This episode of China Uncensored. On this episode
Chris,
of
I
China
can't find
Uncensored.
the latest script.
Oh, that's because I've made some updates.
Top 10 cutest baby panda fails. Is this a joke?
Not a joke. I've had an epiphany, Shelley. I've seen the light. I am a changed man.
You want to do panda videos now?
I don't want to do panda videos. I need to do panda videos. I just can't get enough of those adorable little fluff balls.
But you hate pandas. Last week you threw out that bottle of oyster sauce because there was a panda on the label.
I used to hate pandas. But after I saw our latest YouTube numbers, I decided to cheer myself up by watching a 20-hour loop of baby pandas falling out of trees.
That is not normal.
It's fine, they're not endangered anymore. The point is, around hour 14, I realized that pandas aren't the enemy. YouTube demonetization is the enemy. And so we must join forces with pandas to fight the greater evil.
Okay. Matt, I think YouTube broke Chris.
I'm fine. I've totally got this. Let's make some proper panda.
No!
Have you ever felt haunted by a nightmare that you just couldn't shake? Well, for us here at China Uncensored, that year-plus-long nightmare has been YouTube demonetization. Last September, YouTube began taking ads off some of our videos because they were not advertiser-friendly content. That was the first time it had ever happened in 4 years of doing China Uncensored. At first, it was only a few videos, and when we appealed the demonetization, we could usually get the ads restored. Of course, we had already lost most of what we could make from those videos, but at least it was something. Like when your girlfriend makes you switch from ice cream to low-fat frozen yogurt. It's still technically a dessert, but it just doesn't feel right. Then in February, the YouTube adpocalypse hit. YouTube started automatically taking off ads from any videos that have controversial or sensitive content, which covers, just about everything we talk about on China Uncensored. Let's take a look at some of the videos that YouTube has demonetized. Well, of course, there's the classic taboos when it comes to covering China, the 3 T's, Tibet, Tiananmen, and the Titanic. What else? Videos about North Korea, the Chinese military, Hong Kong, Falun Gong, human rights, every video we've done about International Women's Day, Donald Trump, and for some strange reason, Dr. Strange. It's hit some of our most popular videos, like this explanation of the death penalty in China. And another popular topic of demonetized videos? Censorship. Some of our videos get demonetized before we even release them, like this one about the fall of China's internet king. What was the controversial subject here? Fall? King? Internet? YouTube has taken ads off hundreds of our videos. And in the last few months, we saw our YouTube ad revenue, which was the majority of how we supported ourselves on this show, fall off a cliff. Now, we're slowly crawling up from rock bottom, but we've still lost 60% of our revenue from a year ago, even though we've gained more than 100,000 subscribers since then. And it's not just about losing revenue. Many of you found China Uncensored because of the recommended videos on YouTube. Now there's some evidence that YouTube is doing less to promote videos that have been demonetized. Now, YouTube is not completely the bad guy here. I understand it was feeling pressure from advertisers, and demonetizing videos en masse hurts YouTube's bottom line too. But YouTube's ham-fisted algorithm is bad at telling the difference between ISIS recruitment videos and news reports about ISIS. And that's not good. That's like telling us, if you want to make a YouTube channel, just don't do any videos about important things that are happening in the world today. And of course, that's an option. We could self-censor and stop reporting on controversial issues. If we just change the entire show to meet advertiser-friendly content guidelines and instead report on, the glorious economic policies of the Chinese Communist Party. How happy everyone is in Tibet. Or just pandas frolicking in the snow. It just wouldn't quite be China Uncensored anymore. That's not the kind of show we want to make. And I don't think that's the kind of show you want to watch. You guys aren't like the average person who's happy being fed sterilized news by the megacorporations that control 90% of all mainstream media. You're just like me, like all of us who make this show, interested in exploring new things, in digging into information you can't get anywhere else, in eating unidentified tentacled objects on sticks. Okay, maybe the last one is just me. But the point is, we're in this together, and I need your help to keep this show going. That's why I want you to join our exclusive China Uncensored 50 Cent Army. What is this dangerous group? Well, the CCP pays a massive group of online trolls called the Wu Mao. They get 50 cents a pop to make pro-CCP comments on social media. So to counteract that, we created our own China Uncensored 50 Cent Army. The best way to support us is by joining our China Uncensored 50 Cent Army and becoming a patron of the show. I talked about this back in May when I published a video about YouTube censorship. YouTube demonetized that video, by the way. And in that video, I told you about Patreon. It's a website where you can directly support your favorite shows, like China Uncensored. You can become a patron and contribute a specific amount of money for each new YouTube episode we publish. Choose your reward level, enter your name and details, and then you have the option of setting a monthly maximum if you need to. We publish 12 to 15 episodes per month. Then pay with your credit card or PayPal, and ta-da! You're now making a huge difference to the show. Thanks to the incredible support of nearly 2,000 patrons so far, we've been able to keep the show going over the last 8 months of extreme YouTube demonetization. But even though it's been rough, we've been working hard to make China Uncensored even better. We even traveled to Florida, when Xi Jinping came to visit. We launched a new half-hour version of China Uncensored, which is made from 3 or 4 YouTube episodes wrapped up into a TV broadcast format. And remember how I've talked before about getting the show on nationwide syndication in 2018? Well, starting this past August, China Uncensored has been broadcast on cable in New York City. And 2018 will be in more cities. We have other big plans too, like hiring more staff and traveling to more places to uncensor more things. So if you want China Uncensored to grow, if you want us to provide interesting and entertaining news you won't see elsewhere in the media, if you want to join me on more crazy adventures, visiting danger zones, arm wrestling congressmen, and putting carnival balloons in their place, then support China Uncensored the way YouTube refuses to. So join me on this mission. Go to patreon.com/China Uncensored and pledge $1 or more per episode. And I'll give you some cool prizes depending on your level of support, like a download of the music we use in the show and Google Hangouts with me every month. And like I said earlier, if you want to support us but are tight on cash, you can set a monthly maximum amount to give. And there's one more thing I'd like you to do. With the demonetization, our per episode video views have dropped, and it's harder for people to find us on YouTube. So if you can't pledge money to support us, then please share our videos every time you watch one. Click that share icon and share the link in an email, text message, tweet, whatever you want. The only reason China Uncensored is still up and running is because of support from you, the viewers. So to all our current supporters, thank you so much from me, Shelley, Matt, and Seamus. Every episode of China Uncensored over the last 8 months has been made possible because you decided to give to our Patreon campaign. And if you're not yet a patron, click this orange box or the link below and go there now. With you, my 50 Cent Army, nothing can stop us from uncensoring China together. Once again, I'm your host, Chris Chappell, and with your support, I'll see you next time.